Today's video is going to be my luxury wish list. And I don't know that I'll buy all of these, but I'm definitely strongly considering at least a few of these, and maybe you guys can help me out if you have some of these items. I recently posted my handbag collection in two parts, the more affordable and then the luxury part. So if you want to see which luxury handbags I have, check that video out. If you're new, I hope you'll subscribe for more, and let's get into it. All right, so I don't know that I will actually buy any of these items. Let me just make that clear. But they're definitely things that I've been thinking about for a long time. And I think about my luxury purchases very, very thoroughly. I haven't even made a luxury purchase in almost 2 years, actually. And so I've been kind of wanting to get back into it. I just hadn't bought anything because I felt like, I had all the things that I wanted in my collection, and I was really happy with my luxury handbags and the few luxury jewelry pieces that I have. I should do a luxury accessories video. Like I said, I have a luxury handbag video, but I have not done one about other accessories, so maybe I'll do that. First up is a classic medium Chanel flap. I would love one in a beige or like a light brown. And if you saw my handbag collection, you would know that I do have 3 Chanel flaps. None of them are in this color. All of mine were bought used either on Fashion File or The RealReal, which is where I would look to buy another one. I would not buy a new Chanel. Just the prices are absurd. And you can find such good ones online. And actually, the older ones are higher quality. I have heard that the newer ones are not as good quality as the older ones anyway. But the reason that I was held back in the past from buying this color is that everything I read about the lighter colored Chanels and lighter color handbags in general is they get color transfer on them. So if it's a light colored bag and it like rubs against your jeans or, a darker colored jacket or something, over time that color can transfer onto the leather. And that makes me nervous if I'm going to spend like thousands of dollars on a handbag. And so I've looked for these on The RealReal for years, and I've never bought one because I felt like there wasn't one at the price that I wanted and the condition that I wanted. And then I just got nervous about like the whole ruining it in a lighter color. So that's why my other Chanels are in darker colors, just because I was scared. So we shall see, but I would love this for sure. Okay, next up, I've got a list from Celine. I know the whole Triumph line is very popular right now. I do really, really like the design. So the first thing on my list is the Triumph sunglasses. I have not bought designer sunglasses in like many years, actually. And yeah, I do have a pair of Celine sunglasses and I love them. They're amazing. I bought them at Nordstrom Rack a few years ago, got such an amazing deal. They are amazing sunglasses. So I would definitely love another pair, and I would want the Triumph ones. I like the black. I like the design on the side. These are, I think, $510 or maybe $550. I would buy these new for sure. I have looked on The RealReal. They don't have any of these. And sunglasses, I feel like sunglasses is something I want to buy new. I could buy some on The RealReal, but I would only buy them if it said they were in perfect condition, because I don't want to buy a pair of sunglasses that has a scratch on them already, because I am very careful with my sunglasses. I always keep them in pouches. So yeah, I feel like a lot of the ones I've seen on The RealReal have scratches on them, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. Okay, next up, funny, I've got several belts on this wish list. And in so many of my Pinterest videos, you guys were like, oh, you should add a belt to that outfit. It would really help. And I'm like, I'm not a belt person. And in my last Pinterest outfits video, I did wear my one belt, which is a belt from Target. And I loved how it looked. I was like, wow, this like really pulled the outfit together. And so since then, I have worn it a couple times, and I'm like, maybe I should buy a designer belt. The only thing that has held me back is also that years ago, I bought the Gucci belt that was so popular, and it was like the wider one. I wore it like 3 times and sold it. It was such a bad purchase for me. I am still like angry at myself, even though I at least got some of my money back. But the Triumph belt from Celine, I would definitely buy one of the thinner ones. Wow, these are beautiful. Probably I would want black, maybe brown. I don't know, but just the fact that suddenly I'm realizing, oh yeah, belts are nice. They do add a lot to an outfit. So that is kind of on my wish list. I'll talk about more belts later, but let's just stick with Celine and the Triumph bag. The teen version, I would love this. Now, brand new, it's $4,150, but there are quite a few on the RealReal, which is probably where I would go. And there's quite a few that are like 3,200, 3,300. The question I have for myself is, would I want it in cream, black, or brown? Probably cream or black, but then I'm like, no, maybe brown. But then I have the Chloe C bag, which is in brown, and it's also kind of like a square shaped bag. So I'm thinking, no, I shouldn't do brown because I have this Chloe bag. So I'm thinking probably black. I really like this bag. Again, I know that this whole Triumph line is really hyped up right now, but I buy something if I really, really want it, not necessarily if it's a trend or not. Okay, more belts. The Saint Laurent Cassandra belt. And I've seen a lot of people with this, and it's very, very beautiful. How much is it? I wrote it down. Oh, no, I didn't write it down. Okay, somewhere around $600. And I would want to get this in black. I have looked on the RealReal. I didn't see any. I wouldn't want to be buying all these belts. I haven't decided. Like, I think I would maybe just start with one, obviously, and then go from there. And so if you guys have recommendations on whether you have the Saint Laurent belt or the Celine belt or the next belt, which is on my wish list, and that is the Loewe anagram belt. And this one is very, very cute. I love that Loewe anagram design. It's very popular right now, I know. These belts are actually, they're a little less expensive. The Loewe ones are about $400, $450. I would want one of the thinner ones. So interestingly, the Loewe belts, they have them in multiple colors, black, brown, which is, I would get black or brown. I wouldn't get any other color. They also have a reversible one though, where it's black on one side, brown on the other. So that would be really great because the one belt I have, which is from Target, is black on one side and brown on the other, which definitely is, you know, I mean, you just have one belt and you've got both black and brown, you know, probably better financially to do that. So yeah, those are the three belts I'm considering. So if you guys have any recommendations between the Loewe anagram belt, the Saint Laurent Cassandra belt, or the Celine Triumph belt, let me know. I would really love to hear your thoughts because I definitely don't want to be buying all three, especially since I'm not a huge belt person. I would maybe start with one and then see how much wear I get out of it. But yeah. Okay, so speaking of Loewe, this is like, I don't think I would ever buy this, but I see it on other people and it looks really cute. And it's the Loewe tank top. It's $430 for a tank top. I'm not going to buy this. Let's just be serious. But this is something like in a fantasy world, if someone was like, here's a $2,000 gift card, you know, maybe then I would consider it. I don't know. But I do think they're really cute and I get the appeal. I love that Loewe anagram design. I think it is really, really pretty, which is why I want the belt. I think the belt would be a much more reasonable purchase than a $430 tank top. But they're cute, and honestly, I don't blame people for buying them. This is the most fantasy thing on my wish list, except for the last item. All right, which brings me to the last item on my wish list, which has been on my wish list for years and years and years, like, you know, 12 years, ever since I bought my first designer bag, which was my first Chanel medium classic flap, a Birkin. I've thought about a Birkin, and I have looked at Birkins on the RealReal and on Fashion File for the last 10 years. And never once have I actually done it. I've strongly considered it many, many times. Obviously, like the whole going to the store, trying to buy one, spending a bunch of money on accessories, whatever, wishing they might offer you one. That is not my thing. And I have no interest in doing that. I don't like shopping in stores, especially for designer things. I get very intimidated. Sometimes the salespeople can be a little snooty. Although, no, I will say that I do have two Hermes click bracelets, and one of them I did actually buy at the Hermes store in Las Vegas. And the person helping me was really nice. So I do appreciate that. She was not like stuck up or anything by any means. It was my first time ever going into an Hermes store, and I was like, oh, I was very intimidated. And she was super nice. and I bought the bracelet that I wanted, and then my other click bracelet I bought on the RealReal. So yeah, the whole buying a brand new Birkin, it's just not realistic for me. I have no interest in even attempting it. So I would definitely buy one used. So for years of debating the Birkin purchase, I also debated would I get a Birkin 30 or a Birkin 35. The Birkin 25 for me, I think is too small. The Birkin 40 is too big. And I've watched a lot of videos of people doing size comparisons of the Birkins. I mean, this is something I've been researching for years, even though I don't know that I'll ever actually buy one. But I think for me, the Birkin 30 is the size that I want. Now, on the RealReal, they have a lot more Birkin 35s and Birkin 40s than they do Birkin 30s, because I think that the 25 and the 30, I think, are the more popular sizes because they're smaller. So yeah, and they're definitely more expensive than the 35. But, you know, if it's like, if you're going to spend $9, $10, $11,000, which I think is the max I would pay, around 11,000, which is crazy. I know. I mean, the resale value on these is nuts. I mean, a lot of the ones are like 20,000, 30,000, which is more than they cost in store. So there's no way I would do that. But I think if I found a Birkin 30 in pretty good condition for around the 10,000 mark, I think I would consider it. But then there's the color decision, which again, when you're buying them used, you can only buy whatever is available. And let me tell you, these sell out really quickly on those pre-loved websites because obviously it's a very popular bag. I've debated, would I want black or the brown or a taupe? I don't know. I even considered navy. I saw a really pretty navy one on the RealReal recently. But I think for me, black. I think black, you know, if I'm going to spend this much money on a bag, I think black for me would go with everything. And, you know, I want to be able to wear this. You know, if I buy a really, really expensive handbag, I want to wear it and I want to use it. I don't want it just sitting in my closet. So I think for me, Birkin 30 in black is what I would want. The hardware, gold or silver, I don't care. I love both. I mix metals all the time, so I don't really care about the hardware personally. The leather options, I think from what I've seen, the Togo leather is very sturdy versus the Clemence leather or Clemence, I think gets a bit more soft over time, so the bag might become slouchier over time. So I think ideally the Togo leather Birkin 30 in black, gold or silver hardware, doesn't matter, would be my dream Birkin. Again, I would only buy it used, so, and it would have to just like pop up as I'm searching the website, you know. I don't know. It's like money wise, I have told myself that I'm like saving up for a Birkin for years and years and years. Like I said, 10 plus years. And I still haven't bought one. I'd like to. I'm glad I didn't buy one before though, because I was debating on the sizes. And so I think I finally decided that the 30 is the size that I would want. So I'm glad I haven't bought one yet, because for a while I thought the 35 would be better for me, but I think the 30 is better. I don't love huge handbags. And that is one thing about the bigger Birkins, is that they're just like solid leather. It's a lot of leather. And people say that the bigger ones are quite heavy. And I talked about that in my handbag video, that my Chanel Jumbo flap, it's pretty heavy. And I don't wear it that often because of that. So, you know, I want this to be practical. I'm going to spend this type of money. I need it to be practical. So that's a very, very like dream out there bag. As far as the things on this wish list, my number one right now is the Triumph sunglasses and one of the 3 belts. But I don't know about the belts. And then also the Celine Triumph bag. That I think, because there's quite a few on the RealReal that are in good condition, and they're, you know, it's a good deal to get it. If it's in almost new condition, that's why I'm like, I would rather just spend $800 less, get it on the RealReal. I showed you guys in my handbag video that most of my handbags were bought used. I probably have, I think I had like 5 that I bought brand new, but the rest were all pre-loved. So that's it for this very, very fantasy wish list. Some of these I'm strongly considering like getting them soon, and then the others I may never. But if you have these items, I would really love to hear your opinion. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you're new, I hope you'll subscribe for more and have a great day.